The G-23, which is a dissenting group of 23 people within the Congress party who've previously also called for a change in leadership within the ranks of the party, are expected to intensify and escalate that demand once again following a series of debacles for the Congress party in the most recent round of the 5 state elections. The Congress party, in fact, had 387 of its candidates out of 389 lose their deposits in the Uttar Pradesh elections. As many as 30 out of 117 contestants for the Congress in the state of Punjab lost their deposits, and 10 out of 37 in the state of Goa lost their deposits. And seeking introspection within the ranks of the Congress, the G-23 are expected to have a meeting later in the day, and they have now sought a full-time appointment for the post of the Congress president. Let's listen into these reactions as well.
ਜਿੱਦਣ 6 ਤਰੀਕ ਨੂੰ ਰਾਹੁਲ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਚੰਨੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਛੋਟੇ ਭਾਈ ਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਹੱਥ ਖੜਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਭਾਈ ਹੁਣ ਤੇਰੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਸਹਿਯੋਗੀ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਤੱਕ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਕੀਤਾ। ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਨਾ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਢੁੰਗਾਈ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਊਂਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਹਾਈ ਕਮਾਂਡ ਦਾ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਸੀ। ਔਰ
everybody is behind, they have left BJP free and they are fighting the Congress. So that is where we now as a party we need to understand that it is not about the straight fight with BJP alone. We should always also fight these opposition parties which are trying to finish Congress. Their agenda is to finish Congress, somehow help BJP.
There was a huge anti-incumbency against the Goa government, but we failed to capitalize on that. The decision that we took in Punjab were rejected by the people of Punjab. And Uttar Pradesh, Priyanka Gandhi alone fought a brave battle. There were leaders in those polls, senior people. They could have all been thrown into the battle. That didn't happen. Now I think these issues would be discussed at the appropriate forum.
प्रदेश में जो हमारे नेतागण हैं, हमारे साथी हैं, उन्हें ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि क्या वो एक दूसरे से राजनीतिक प्रतिस्पर्धा में कहीं उस पेड़ को तो नहीं काट रहे जिस पर हम सब बैठे हैं।
Let me go across to my colleague Shireen for more updates on this. Shireen, the demand for a change in leadership in the top ranks of the Congress has been made by the G-23 in the past as well, but that demand is likely to now intensify and escalate after what we witnessed in the most recent round of state elections.
Well, that is right. The questioning of the leadership as far as Congress is concerned has in fact been brewing for quite some time now. It was in 2020 when these G-23 leaders had written a letter to Sonia Gandhi, who is the interim president. Also, now, of course, it is going to only intensify, like you mentioned, because the disappointing performance of Congress party in all the 5 states have led the Congress party to say that they are going to call CWC meeting. There's going to be, of course, introspection. But at the same time, the G-23 leaders have been saying that the time has in fact passed of introspection, and now it is the time for action. And it is the time that there need to be a new president. They have in fact been questioning the delay in electing the president of the party, because right now it is in fact Sonia Gandhi who is the interim president. Why is that the leadership is not interfering in the internal fights that has been happening? One of the significant changes that they have seen, or the significant point that where these Congress leaders have now been raising their opinion, has been in Punjab, where the way Amrinder Singh was asked to step down, which these senior leaders believe that was a very disgraceful move. The situation could have been handled in a better way, and that is when it led to the internal fight within Punjab, and that is why Congress have performed really poorly in Punjab. And same goes for the other states as well, where the vote share has also dipped as far as Congress is concerned. So of course, these were the points that was discussed yesterday. There is also the CWC meeting that is going to take place in coming days, and these leaders have been saying that in all probability they might give it a miss as well. This is what our sources have been saying, because they believe in this CWC meeting, rather than discussing the ground reality, more psycho-fancy happens there. Praises for the Gandhi family happens in the meeting, and that should be avoided, and there should be an organizational change overall as far as CWC is concerned. So of course we have to see how this discussion goes ahead, because these G23 leaders very firm when it comes to their demands. They have been making it for since 2020. We have to see how the Congress High Command reacts to this and what is going to happen in the CWC meeting, which in all likelihood will be taking place in the coming days.
Right. Thanks a lot for that update, Sherin. We've already seen a few Congress leaders seeking to play down what happened in Uttar Pradesh in what is perceived as being an attempt to shield Priyanka Gandhi, who was the face of the UP campaign for the Congress. There are some more reactions that have come in from within the ranks of the Congress about the defeats that they've experienced. Let's listen in.
ये कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए ये परिणाम निराशाजनक है। इसका आत्मचिंतन होगा और कहाँ क्या गलती रही इस बारे में हम लोग विचार विमर्श करके कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष जी और वर्किंग कमेटी इसमें तय करेगी। इसके चुनाव को लेकर क्या तैयारी जी प्रदेश के जो चुनाव उसमें हमारी तैयारी तो 2023 के लिए है और कमलनाथ जी इसमें पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं। हम सब उनके साथ हैं।
ऐसा है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को आत्मचिंतन करने की आवश्यकता है। जिस प्रकार से वो लगातार नीचे जा रही है, कांग्रेस पार्टी को निश्चित रूप से आत्मचिंतन करना होगा।
Congress has in Uttar Pradesh is out of imagination of the common man's psyche. Though this time she has brought that Congress is there, but people doesn't have that faith that they can perform anything, and hence the results are there. And then unipolar elections. It's not bipolar election. So results are very much clear.